Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we have got light winds forecast for most of the day, hoping they hold off until the afternoon so we can get a full day's fishing out to the offshore marks that we wanted to fish in last video. We're all set up, we're off for Tope, smooth hounds, and maybe some big rays as well if we're lucky. And we've got some frozen mackerel, but first thing is to head out to sea, get in search of some mackerel shoals, get some fresh bait. Let's see what we can catch. So we're just off to our offshore mark that we're looking for a bit of bait on the way, fresh mackerel. And I've caught, just on some feathers, stonking bream. We have got a little live bait tank with an air pump actually, so any fish that I keep in there should keep us quite some time. I'm going to put him in it, I might put him back, I might keep him. See what else is down there. Right, I'm just going to get a quick measure on this one, and I am going to put him back because he might not be. I haven't actually ever caught any massive bream. We do get some big bream out there. This one's probably near actually my biggest. So if I can get him lined up, and I'll see. I'm going to get him lined up and I'll see what he measures in. Alright, we won't stay long enough for me to get it on camera, but I have managed to measure him and he's 38 centimetres on here. So yeah, not a bad fish, but he's going back now. So there you go, we're getting stalked by this seal at the moment. But we are surrounded by fish. There's tons of fish from the sounder, so definitely the right mark. There he is. Yeah, we keep seeing that seal popping up round us. Every time he comes up, he's got another fish in his mouth. Yeah, better fisherman than me. With the mackerel not playing ball and keen not to waste any of the incoming tide, we steamed on to our chosen mark for the day, the big fish banks of the Isle of Wight. Okay, so we're nearly at our mark. We're about 11 miles from our home port of Christchurch, which is way off in that direction. And we come to some big, quite offshore banks that are very popular. It looks like half the south coast, probably can't see, is on it. But there's a reason for that. It is the boat life fishing competition today out of Cowes. And I was actually in two minds whether we were going to enter or not. I was kind of keen, but just didn't get myself sorted in time to do it. But it looks like half the competition will come out to these banks, so definitely a bit of a hot spot. But we're going to find somewhere to squeeze in, not just out of the competition. There's quite some well-known YouTube boats actually out there, squidward fishing. I think Fish Locker's on one of the boats as well. So yeah, obviously, you know, very good bunch of knowledgeable anglers over there. So hopefully we found the right spot. We're going to park up somewhere, get our lines in the water, and try and catch some fish. Right, there we go. We have anchored up, made base camp for our session today. We're actually, the mark that I did want to go on, which to be fair is where everyone on the boat life competition sat on. There's another ridge, another mark just to the side of it, which we have anchored on. So yeah, no harm done. We'll keep out their way. Hopefully they'll have a competition. But the target for here then is going to be ideally Tope, maybe smooth hounds, and maybe some big rays as well. We're in about 86, nearly 90 foot of water. Rig wise, and we're running two of these, which is just a 8.0 hook, just like a kind of meat hook type thing, with about, what's that, a couple foot worth of wire trace. And then I've got a leader line about 6 foot worth, and this is, I think, 80 pound roughly. So yeah, some fairly strong rigs, ideal for Tope. As I say, we can pick some rays up on this, we'll see. But I'm going to run one with a whole squid probably, and one with mackerel flapper. And yeah, fingers crossed we can get into some big fish today. Alright, well I just brought my rod up because I wanted to change the weight. I did actually notice a few tiny little knocks, but I didn't think much of it. Anyway, lifted it up. There's a lot of weight here. And we started off with a lovely little thornback ray. So that was on the squid. The mackerel's gone down. That's been down there for about, I don't know, a couple of minutes. That's been in the water for about 5 minutes. So yeah, result. I'll get him off and we'll give you a proper show. There we go. As I say, only a little one, but a great fish to start off. Well, second fish for me actually. A really lovely thornback ray. All right, let's get him back in the water. I mean, yeah, if you ever wonder about the size of your baits for size of your fish, that was on a 8/0 hook with a whole bit of squid. Obviously you want the bigger ones, but even the smaller ones will take big hooks and big baits. All right, the mackerel flapper rod was just getting some tapping bites then. Probably something just like a little dogfish if it's, because it's a whole mackerel flapper. So any decent fish should have registered quite a bit more of a bite. There you go, that's clicked again. Right, I'll bring it up, see if there's anything on it. Bit of weight there, I think. I don't know. No, I don't know. Don't think there's anything on it, but we'll bring it up and check anyway. Oh, we've got a very chewed bit of mackerel. Something's having at it. Yeah, something's gone at it. I'm going to send that straight back down. Let's see if we can't find something on the end of the hook. I'm not sure if you can just make out that squid I've just hooked up. I'm about to send it down. But the way that I've hooked it is to go through once, pull the line through, or the wire trace, and then back through, and then a bit of bait elastic, just to give it as much natural presentation as possible. And you can see how that looks in the water, and that looks like a live squid just swimming around almost. So yeah, always worth kind of paying attention to that, just in terms of bait presentation. Right, so the tide's starting to pick up now a little bit, which is good. We've got quite a nice current ripping through. So just switching out to some heavier leads, because my baits have started to lift up off the bottom. I've got these I think 12-ounce leads, 10 and 12 ounce, which I'll switch out to, which hopefully should pin it down to the bottom and find them fish again. You'll see Mr. Fish Locker on the Boat Life fishing rib. Nice boat. Okay, so with this slight increase in the tide, which is obviously good for the fishing, it has meant that we've moved off our mark ever so slightly. So we're actually just going to lift anchor, move about 200-300 foot that way, re-anchor, and we should then be fishing right on the ridge, which was the original mark that we wanted to fish, which hopefully should mean the fishing picks up. I've not had anything since that ray, which we had within minutes of first anchoring here, but as I say, as the boat slowly starts to move off the mark, the fishing's died. So we'll move, reset the anchor, and hopefully it'll pick back up. All right, just lift an anchor to go move spots again. Turns out we did have a fish here. Oh well, here's something.
Yeah, just off the mark. Scratching the anchor.
Alright, nothing else really doing since that, well, we've had one more dogfish since the last dogfish that you would have seen. But we were just looking at the scores for the Boat Life competition, which is obviously going on kind of around it. And I was just saying, I was really in two minds whether to enter, but didn't happen this year. Next year, definitely. We just looked, and although we haven't measured all our fish, rough estimates to the lengths that we've caught, we'd currently be sitting in second place in the Privateers Cup off today, which is one reassuring that not everyone is having a prolific day, and it's not just us that isn't able to fish too well. But also, yeah, a bit frustrating that we did enter now. So definitely on the cards for next year, I think. It's about just gone 2:30, so probably going to sit out here for a little bit longer. Hopefully we'll get some bite, maybe run into a smooth down tope. That's still the target species. That ray was nice to obviously bag early doors, but yeah, fingers crossed we can still run into some proper fish. All right guys, we're into a fish, a proper fish. Not sure what it is, I think maybe it could be a conger, not a head shake. I'd love it to be a little tope or something. Staying down to eat. Oh, the waiting's finally paid off. Well, he's not massive, but he is target species. There we go. That is my first ever tope. Not a huge one by any measure, but definitely worth the wait. Whew. There we go. Amazing. Get a weight on him since they need him first. There we go, starting to get. There he goes. So in that madness, I didn't realise, brought up this line to get out of the way, that was a mackerel flapper. And there's obviously no flapper left, so I reckon another tope's had that, missed the hook, unfortunately. But yeah, need to get some baits down there quick because it looks like they're on the feed. So in terms of bait, I mean, obviously I mentioned about how I presented the squid. All I'm doing is, I've got a mackerel flapper. This is actually one that's been down for a little while and I'm just reusing it because we haven't got much mackerel. We're hoping to pick up some fresh, but obviously we didn't earlier. But I'm going to put this one down for a little bit. All I'm doing is obviously got my 8/0 hook on my wire trace. Just going through the mouth and then
Rescue 175,
out the eye.
this is Stone Coast.
Or in fact, because obviously we're not live baiting them, just go through like that, through the nostril, and out it goes. Simple. I've definitely seen some fish. Well, we're about to pack up. We've had our fun out on the offshore banks here. Overall, I think a good session. Obviously, tope, rays, and dogfish. But yeah, we are going to lift anchor and head over that way towards the Needles to finish off with a bit of lure fishing, target some wrasse, bass, and pollock. See if we can find anything, or even mackerel. Actually, it'd be good to get some mackerel to top up the bait freezer and such. But yeah, we'll head over there, see what we can find. Right, and here we are, just beneath the white cliffs of the Isle of Wight. You can see the Needles just there. So we're over a bit of kind of rocky, reefy ground that kind of steps away as it comes away from the shoreline. we're just going to drop some lures, some probably metal jigs down and see what we can't pick up. The water's chopped up a little bit with the wind, where it's kind of blowing on shore now, so it's not too bad. It's just a little bit kind of more uncomfortable than it was this morning, of course. So yeah, but fingers crossed we can finish off with some nice fish in this month. After about 30 minutes of drifting the inshore reefs with not even a bite to show, I spotted in the distance probably my favourite sight to see on the water: diving gulls. Oh look, birds, crazy. Let's go. That's exactly what we want to finish with. Yeah, fish on. Yeah. Hello, Mackie. Yeah. Needed these earlier. It's come off as well. There we go. Stunning little Isle of Wight bass, needles bass. Good bass. Oh no, fish on, never mind. Yeah, 15. Right. That is a 60-gram metal lure hurtling towards my face after a missed hook set. Luckily, my hand managed to get in the way before I lost an eyeball. Whoa. Is 50, 55. He'll get back. Do you want to put him back? Yeah, he's coming. Yeah, down. And all that madness, we ended up finding the first scat of the season. And with that, brought a close to an epic day on the water. Some stunning scenery and 7 species caught in total. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you on the next one.